Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Dr. Sichana and here's a video on how I scored a 7+ band in IELTS. So if you are interested in getting a 7+ band in your IELTS, then keep on watching because I have some tips and tricks and you don't want to skip it. Do not want to skip it. So I made a list, yes. It's very systematic like that. And yeah, so firstly, I know you're here for the score, so let me tell you that I got an 8. Out all these resources here and I'll tell you each one of them. So first thing is the Leapscholar class. So this was a foundation course for me. It was like a thing which built my basics just to brush up my English language. I'd seen a bunch of other stuff that was going on in the market, like 10,000, 20,000 rupees IELTS coaching, but I don't think anyone needs that much of a coaching until unless you really don't speak good English and not studying English as a part of your syllabus in your school. So yeah, I did the demo class first. I always do demo classes before I take any class for that matter, and this was great. And there were a lot of classes going on every hour. So I signed up for a 4-week class, which was conducted by Shubhangi ma'am, and she taught us really well. Like, she built the basics so strong that you were set for the rest of like 2 months preparation. You were like, okay, this is what I have to do for IELTS and this is the foundation for me. Advantages of taking up a Leapscholar course is that first thing, it is very cheap. It costs you around 371 rupees, and I'll tell you the other details later. And there are a lot of classes. Say you want to take a complete course like a reading, writing, listening, speaking package, then it will cost you around 371. And if you want to take just the speaking class or just the listening class, there are those things too, and they cost really a lot less than 371, I think. I'm not sure because I didn't sign up for those classes, and they have some free classes going on, so you can check them out every now and then. They have a free English class free grammar class going on every now and then, so you can do that simultaneously as you do the other classes as well. And it is best for brushing up your knowledge on English. It is not necessarily for people who have to start from the basics. If once it is done, then they are recorded and you can watch it anytime. If you missed it due to some reason, then you can rewatch it. And there'll be a group on WhatsApp, a group on Telegram where they will solve all your doubts and you can ask any question. You can meet a group interactions and stuff. So yeah, the second thing I want to talk about is the Leapscholar CBT mocks. CBT stands for computer-based test. So the CBT mocks, they're very similar to the IELTS exam, and they are timed as well. So you will have time management also included in your practice, and the analysis is really accurate. In fact, a bit more stricter than IELTS, I would say, but it just prepares you for the best, that's all. And the speaking and writing though will take around 72 hours, but the reading and the listening fund are generated automatically just after you finish the test, and they will give you the results. Say you got a 7.5 or a 8.5 band, then they will put up the score for you and tell you what tips and tricks that you can adopt to improve your score as well. And these have a lot of mocks. I think there are 5 mocks. I didn't do all of them. I did one mock, I think, because I was doing other mocks by that time. And there were a lot of these separate category wise questions that are like yes or no questions, summary completion questions, table completion or something like that. So you could do those things. If you are bad at it when you do the mock test and you realize you're not good at some specific category, then you can go back and do those category questions as well. And The other thing that I would talk about is the Cambridge IELTS IDP mock test, which, as in when you book the test, they will ask you a bunch of details and they will send you a book home. But the problem of that is you have to time yourself. There is no time. It's a book, obviously, you can't expect that. And they are 90% similar to the exam, I would say 90 to 95%. And the reading and listening obviously have the answers to it at the end of the book, but the reading and speaking have to be evaluated by someone else, so that's a little bit hard. So that I would say is what you have to do on your own. The next one is the IDP practice questions that are there in the website itself. They have a bunch of different types of questions, just like I told you, yes or no questions, or summary completion type of questions. They will put up in the website so that you can do each one of them separately and get to know your score. There are also some other like writing tasks or essays or reading questions. Everything also is included in the website. Here also you will have to time yourself because there is no timer in that. So there is another category I would like to talk about is the YouTube videos. The thing about all these things except for the YouTube videos is that they were the building blocks, right? Fine tuning is only given by YouTube videos, and I would like to suggest 4 YouTube channels, and you could follow all of them or any one of it. I don't know, it's your choice. But one is Fast Track IELTS run by Asiya, and she has a bunch of videos that are dedicated to how you can achieve an 8 or a 9 band IELTS in all the categories and all the modules. I specifically use these YouTube videos for writing because it was quite a tough task for me, the writing part. The next one is the E2 IELTS. I think it is run by J, or I don't know, they have a company, I guess. And I use it especially for writing, but they have a lot of other videos which run quite long, but it's quite helpful. Anyway, so the next one is a specific video I would like to suggest, that is Bani Preet's essay formats video, where she tells about each type of essay question in the format that should be followed with the type of question. And if you write the same thing, like if you follow the same format and if you follow by her rules, then you will definitely get a 0.5% above whatever you've already written. The last one is IELTS Advantage. I actually discovered this later on, but they are really amazing. They are actually just one of the best IELTS material on YouTube out there. It gives you a practical approach on how you can change your band drastically from a 6.5 or 6 to 8 or 8.5 band. They will tabulate features of 6.5 and features of an 8.5. You can clearly see what the difference is, and that's how you can improve your writing and reading tasks. So I would highly suggest taking up and seeing those classes so that you can get the score like I did. It used to pop up in my feed, but I never used to care about it. It was this website or app called Grammarly. I know many would have heard about this if they've already started their IELTS journeys, and I installed it. And the good thing about it, the Grammarly classes, is that there are a bunch of these prepositions and subject verb agreements that you would kind of not be aware of, even though you know good English, you know how to write, and you've been writing all these years. You still kind of miss out on these small things, and that's what Grammarly does. It helps you correct those mistakes. It helps you point out where exactly this mistake is. It points out how you can change those words so that it would makes more sense. It would be more fluent and more seamless in the paragraph. I guess there are also a bunch of these paraphrasing websites that you can find. They're also quite helpful, I think. I didn't use them personally, but if you do, then I think it's good enough. If it works for you, then it's fine. Also, I have mentioned in my Instagram channel, it's goes by the name of Dr. Extra Introvert. So I have put all of these and more than these things in my highlights, and you can go check it out for links or anything of that sort, and follow me there too. These links will be in the description box below, so you can check it out. Don't take it lightly. It is quite an important exam. It costs you 1500 rupees. But subscribe.